Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Wednesday, November 25th, 2020. And today is a day that's ruled by the second chakra and guided by space. Today is a galactic activation portal. And so this is one of those days where we are receiving, and we're receiving it all the time, right? But we're receiving a bit more as far as DNA activations go, as far as reworking to our cellular structure, information, light, all of that energy, that information, all of that is coming through much more strongly today. And so on these days, we want to make sure that we are getting plenty of rest, that we are hydrating, we're taking care of our physical bodies, as well as our spiritual and emotional bodies. And just being aware that that's happening and setting that intention to receive whatever it is that's coming through for us. And we may not really specifically feel it or notice it, but just know and understand that it is working. If we set the intention to receive with ease and grace, then we can receive those energies much more gently and delicately. The galactic signature of the day is the red resonant dragon energy. And so when we're talking about the red dragon energy, we're talking about the first solar tribe. And this is all about nurturing, birth, and being. And so it's very much, I like the quote that goes with this, the beginning quote. It says, "Love the world as your own self. Then you can truly care for all things." And it's this idea of unity, this idea that we are all one collective consciousness. And as we love, the way that we love ourselves is the way that we love another. As we love ourselves, we love others. And as we love others, we love ourselves. And so it's all about being fully present in the moment, being fully present and being fully nurturing and loving, both to ourselves and the people around us. And that's how we can really capitalize on the energy of this day, is by this process of nurturing, this process of being fully present, fully rooted, fully anchored in the now. And also this birthing energy. So it's this creation energy. So tapping into our creativity today, tapping into our inspiration is going to be extremely helpful as well. The affirmation for today is, I channel in order to nurture, inspiring being. I seal the input of birth with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of space. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And so this attunement energy is the energy when we're talking about the tone of the day, which is the resonance, the tone of resonance. And so this is the idea that we attune to the resonance that we are around. We either attune to that resonance or we become the resonance that energy then attunes to. And we get to make that choice in every moment, but we do want to be cognizant of how much work do I want to put into this, right? If we are surrounding ourselves and we're paying attention and we really want to do this because of this tone, like this energy is about being, right? The red dragon energy. So being fully present and noticing and feeling what energies and vibration am I attuning to? What is the dominant energy and vibration around me in the situations I'm in the things that I'm listening to, in the things that I'm reading, that I'm watching? And how is that affecting me vibrationally? Am I attuning to and resonating with that energy? Or am I the dominant energy that can raise that energy? And sometimes we can. But if that energy is really, really prevalent, sometimes it's just easier to remove ourselves and become present in an energy that is already more resonant with us. And so we want to pay attention to that today. And understand that this is, when we talk about the resonant energy, it's also an energy of channeling. So it's about channeling energy. And channeling that positive energy, that nurturing energy today, channeling that nurturing, loving energy, that creative energy out into the world. We do have some help with that today. As far as the astrology goes, we have the moon in Aries right now conjunct Mars. So the moon and Mars conjunct in Aries. And so this is a highly energetic energy. This is an energy where a lot of us are going to feel extremely motivated. We're going to feel, it's sort of like that energy of, now that Mars has turned direct and is picking up speed again, today's a day where we may be able to kind of sense that energy. If we haven't felt it yet, we're beginning to really feel it in the air, and we're beginning to get inspired and beginning to get motivated again. And so we can really utilize and capitalize this energy. We're going to feel emotionally secure today if we are taking action toward the things that we want. We just want to make sure that that is inspired action, and that we're not allowing ourselves to get overly carried away with emotion. We want to experience that passion and that desire in a positive way, but we don't want it to completely overtake us. And that is a possibility when we have this alignment going on. We also have Chiron. Chiron's almost 7 degrees away, so I wouldn't necessarily call this conjunct the moon. However, some astrologers would. So we can feel the energy of Chiron, though, in here as well, which is that energy of healing. And so we have that healing energy. Chiron is also trine the sun right now. And so we are feeling that, we are sensing that, we are being aware of the things that we have been healing, especially with Mercury making a sextile to Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn. We are absolutely have within our awareness the things that we've been working on, the things that we have been healing. And we are still in that energy. We still have Pallas, who is conjunct this stellium that we have in Capricorn right now, and is actually almost exactly 1 degree away from being exactly conjunct Saturn today. And so we have that inspired energy still that we were talking about the other day, when Pallas allows us to see from a higher perspective, from a different lens, to see creative solutions to problems, to really help us to master that energy that we've been working on of blending the logic and the intuition. And so we have that extra help today as well. So we have an awareness of the healing process that we've undergone. We're getting an awareness of maybe some creative ways to step into the energy of the person that these energies of Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn have been helping to mold us, have been assisting us in becoming. How can we really step into that? How can we be that today? How can we radiate and channel that energy out into the world today? So yes, I'm very much liking that energy. And then we have Black Moon Lilith moving into alignment with Uranus. And this is I believe the mean true black moon. So we have the true black moon and we have the mean, and they're a little bit different. They're approximations of where Black Moon Lilith is, because she's very mysterious. And so this is one of those approximations that we're working with today that is moving into conjunction with Uranus. So we do have that energy going on as well. And we've been talking about that because we've been feeling that energy and what that means in terms of that wild, rebellious aspect of our nature, especially where the divine feminine, that liberation of the divine feminine energy is concerned. So that's another aspect that we're possibly feeling and dealing with today. Feeling, healing, and dealing with today, you guys. All right, let's pull some cards, see what the cards have to say for the energies of today. All right, we're going to do the clear. What is this? I think this is called the Psychic Tarot. When you have enough cards, sometimes it's hard to remember what the names of all of them are. Excuse me. Clearing out that throat chakra a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting sometimes lately when I've been doing videos. My throat chakra gets a little bit hoarse. So it's just a reminder of us of how important it is to be speaking our truth right now, I think. And how almost like maybe some of us, it's like our truth is getting stuck in our throats a little bit. And so just the importance of really putting that out there, really speaking that. All right, and then we have the Crown Chakra card coming out with the Shadow card. And the way the Crown Chakra card came out actually was like this. And I want to leave it like that because I feel like this is sort of indicative of some of the energies that we're working with today. It's like, in order for this Crown Chakra to open, right, fully, we have to address the aspects of the shadow that are coming up right now. There are things being brought into our awareness, into our reality, and this has been ongoing. It's not like this is ever a new thing, any of this stuff that we're talking about, right? This is just what's drawing our attention today. And so there have been aspects of ourselves that are being revealed to us, are being shown to us, are being mirrored to us, that we're being asked to address and we're being asked to look at, so that we can completely open up that channel to that higher consciousness. This is like, I'm feeling this also as like lower vibrational energies that are almost trying to pull us back in, or we've allowed ourselves to get sucked back into, that are sort of interrupting the flow a little bit. And so in order to really open up that full channel of energy, we want to be aware of these things, and we want to address these things. And we want to do whatever it is necessary for us to do, whatever actions it is necessary for us to take to sort of unblock anywhere where we have been feeling. I'm feeling like a little bit of a spiritual block for some people. And just that addressing of what's coming up in the shadow is what's going to help that. It's like whatever it is that we're not looking at right now, we're being asked to look at. And we're being asked to take some action around it where there is action that can be taken. And then we have prosperity begins. And I'm going to see how I want to leave that. Do I want that upright or... Okay, yeah. So we have prosperity begins coming out with stand your ground and firm foundation under it. And so I feel as though for some of us, it's like we are in this process of prosperity coming in, but it hasn't been able to fully anchor and root yet. And so we're getting a little bit impatient with that process. And like what we're being asked to do is stand firm. Stand firm, continue to move down the path, continue to take all the inspired actions that we're being guided to take, and to just trust in that process and understand that part of what we're doing right now is we're building this firm foundation. We're building the foundation from which all the rest of this can blossom. But it's a process. It's a process. It's not necessarily, and I'll see if I can move these down a little bit so you guys can see some of the cards here. I know people like to see the cards. It's a process, and first we have to, and we talk about this all the time, the metaphor, right, of how like you can't build a house until you build the foundation. Like it has to be built on a firm foundation. And so that's part of what we're growing right now, what we're creating, what we're building is that foundation. And sometimes that foundation takes a lot of time, and it doesn't look super impressive, right? We like the house with all the big windows and depending on what you're into, but like the beautiful architecture and everything, that's what we're looking for. That's what we want to see. And this foundation doesn't look and it doesn't feel super impressive, but that foundation is so strong, and that foundation holds that beautiful house up. And so that's what we're creating right now. So we're just being asked to like hold steadfastly to the process and trust in that process, and honestly work through some of these blocks that are coming up. This is a block. There's some sort of block, and for some people, this is related to prosperity. And so as we work through whatever, and this might not be directly, remember things are strange the way they react and interact with each other. And so this may not be something that you would directly relate, but understand any block to giving or receiving is also a block to prosperity. Prosperity and abundance, especially in any form, but absolutely in the form of money, is a direct reflection of self-worth. It's a direct reflection of our ability to both receive and to give. And so anywhere where there's anything affecting that, you're going to see that playing out in this as well. So for some people, there is that going on. And it's just continuing to move through and work through that and take the steps that we're guided to take and trust in the process. Even if we're not seeing the results that we are hoping to be seeing right now, just understand that and it's weird, I'm noticing too, it's like this, it looks like the sun coming down. So it's making me think of the solar eclipse the total eclipse that we're getting ready to have mid-December. So that's really interesting. Like things may start shifting for some people around that time. around that time, around there, December 21st. I just put out the video for that. I do want to put out the disclaimer and remind people that nothing is set in stone right now. This is the energies, the read on the energies that I was getting at the time I put out the video. The energies are constantly changing. Our timelines are constantly shifting. The vibration and the consciousness of the planet is constantly shifting. And so, like, that's just an overview and a generalization. Never assume that anything is set in stone, because everything is mutable and changeable. So I do just want to throw that out there, but I am feeling like there is going to be a change and a shift around that time period, mid to late December for people. But yeah, it's all about addressing this. If you guys want help addressing these blocks or any of this stuff coming up, please reach out to me. I do personal readings. I do really profound and beautiful energy healings that can help to move through some of these energies. And I love working with people around stuff like this. And then on the bottom of the deck, we do have heartache and loss upside down. So I feel like some of this block for some people, maybe when it comes to love as well. There's a block when it comes to love. There's some sort of pain or loss. And it doesn't necessarily, I said love, but it doesn't necessarily have to be love in the strictest form of the word. Once again, it can be receiving. It can be opening up your heart in whatever way that's going to resonate because of some sort of pain that you're still working through. And that is also tying into this ability to create abundance as well. And so releasing and moving through that, yeah, conflict and defeat. There's a lot of this energy that we're working through right now that we're releasing. But then that shifts to rejoice and celebration. And I love that. And so this is just that energy once again of tapping into that fact of like, how do we move through this energy? By not staying focused on this energy. Yes, we address whatever's coming up and we bring healing to that. And if you would like assistance with that, like I said, please reach out to me. But part of what we also do is we stay in that, the attitude of gratitude keeps coming back up. That's rejoicing, celebrating, being grateful for what we have, seeing the silver lining, seeing all of the beauty that exists around us and being fully present for that beauty. That is how we move. That is another way that we move out of that energy and toward the energy of prosperity and abundance in whatever way, whatever prosperity and abundance means to you. It's celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate the good things that are happening. Focus on that energy. Yes, be aware of the other energy, but focus on the energy of gratitude, of enjoyment, of happiness, of fulfillment, to allow more of that to manifest in our lives. And then we have fulfillment of wishes with the heart chakra, right? The giving, the receiving, the heart chakra being the portal to everything, right? But absolutely the portal to our abundance. And then with the solar plexus chakra inverted. And so this is our will, this is our confidence, this is our drive. So we may be feeling some blocks as well when it comes to the solar plexus chakra, when it comes to our ability to exert ourselves, right? Because we're looking at it as doing this with force, right? How do I force my way into this situation? How do I create the situation that is beneficial for me? And it's like, how do you do that? Right here. Just work on the heart chakra. That's why the Belvaspata that I do, the angelic healing of the heart, is so incredibly helpful, because we can focus right here. Stay in this attitude of gratitude, of love, of rejoicing. Focus on the beauty in the world. Focus on the things that you can be grateful for. Focus on giving that love, right? Giving that love to others. When we talked about the energy of today, it's that energy of nurturing, that energy of being. So really nurture ourselves and nurture the people around us. Bring more love into our lives in whatever way we can. And then watch as that love multiplies. Yeah. I'm going to pull a couple Moonology cards as well. Clear. See what these have to say. Creative, heartfelt solutions. If we're feeling that our creativity is blocked, if we're feeling that our ability to manifest is blocked in any way, we unlock that through the heart chakra, and we unlock it through creativity. Finding creative, heartfelt solutions. What is the most loving solution possible? What can you do today that's going to bring you joy? Even if it feels like it has nothing to do with what it is that you're trying to accomplish. If it brings you joy, it brings you more into that vibration. And so it's actually extremely productive. It's more productive to do something totally unrelated to something that we're trying to accomplish that brings us joy than it is to force ourselves to focus and grind towards something that does not make us feel good in the moment. It seems counterproductive, but it's not. So really focus on that joy. And then we have luck is on your side and expect powerful change. And this is the new moon eclipse card. So that eclipse energy definitely coming in strong. A lot of powerful change coming in for people around there if we allow it, right? There's no, sometimes spirit will come in and remove things from our path, right? But a lot of times we are the people in charge of our lives and we have to take some of that action ourselves. So we can always, even if spirit is coming in and removing things, we have our own free will and we can pull them back in or pull something of a similar vibration back in, a similar situation, a similar person, a similar job, right? Stay entrenched in a similar mentality. We have the ability to do that. So expect powerful change if you are willing to accept, right? Expect if you are willing to accept things as they are. You are willing to accept the flow and the way that your life is taking you and to really embrace that. If you're willing to embrace the energies, to embrace the transformation, then expect that powerful change and know that like luck is on your side, right? Luck is always on our side. Spirit is always working for us. It's just whether or not we can see that. And that's why we adjust our lens. And then confidence is your key to success on the bottom of the decks. So this confidence energy coming in very strongly. This need for confidence, this building of our confidence. And as we continue to build our confidence, partially by doing things that make us feel good, right? By acknowledging, right? By doing this, by celebrating, by rejoicing, by taking time to do the things that we know we're good at, right? Yes, we are being challenged to step out of our comfort zone, but sometimes it's fun to also do the things that bring us that sense of confidence. What makes you feel good about yourself? Cultivate those things too. Understand that you are absolutely capable of everything. And then we can take this energy and open it up like that. Any other messages here? A lot of Leo energy coming through. So that was the new moon in Leo. The full moon in Leo is don't let pride get in your way. So it's that balance between confidence and pride, confidence and ego, right? What is that balance? And when are we feeling truly confident and when are we overcompensating for a lack of confidence? And so really understanding and seeing the differences between those two things. Yeah. Be confident. Know that you can achieve whatever it is that you set your mind out to. Know that you are absolutely incredible. But don't let yourself become so proud that you're unwilling to see different options or different opportunities, or you're unwilling to take the action that you're being guided to take because you don't want to look bad. I feel like there's an energy of that. People kind of caring about how they look in situations and needing to release and let go of that. And then it says, have faith in your dreams. With your dreams, need a practical plan. So this is like, don't give up, but do take action. Spirit can provide the opportunities, but we have to act upon them. And we also have to take some responsibility for that process too. We can't just expect everything to land in our laps. Sometimes it does take us, right? It's time to take action. Taking some action in a situation. Strategically looking at a situation. Okay, I'm here. I want to be here. Or whatever is best for me. Whatever is in my highest good, right? But this is where I would like to be. And so if I'm here and I want to get here, what are some steps that I can take? What is a practical plan that will help get me there? And then we allow blessings and opportunities and inspiration to continue flowing in during that process. And if we begin getting we feel ourselves being pulled in a different direction, we allow ourselves to be pulled in that direction if it feels good, right? But at the same time, there are still then more steps and there's another plan. So we're constantly rewriting the plan. We're constantly being open to how that's going to change and how that's going to flow. But we do have some sort of plan to move forward, and we do take action around that. Right? We continue to have faith, but we know that there is work required on our part as well. We are co-creators. That means that we don't fully take on the whole process ourselves, but we don't also put the whole process on spirit or on others and say, okay, this is what I want, go do it. Because that's not the way this works. It's a partnership. And so we work in partnership with spirit, with our higher selves, to create what it is that we are wanting to create. All right, I think, we'll close with one card from the clear Archangel Power Tarot. Hopefully one card. Oh yeah, there we go. Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So that energy of caring for ourselves that came up, of nurturing ourselves, right? Taking that time out to meditate. If we are not receiving, we talk about taking inspired action. If you're not receiving any inspiration, take more time to get quiet. Take more time to connect, however it is. Meditation doesn't mean the same thing for everyone. However you meditate, however you get into that space where the mind can silence a little bit. So this could be, some people do active meditation, washing dishes, taking a walk, listening to music. One thing that I've found recently that really helps me is meditating with crystals and just focusing completely on the energy coming from the crystal, because that takes me out of my conscious mind as well. I have trouble sometimes just sitting down and quietly meditating. However, whatever you're doing, if you can do anything that distracts your logical brain, then you are in that receptive state. And this is just the sleep and time off. It's like taking that time for ourselves that we need and not feeling guilty about that and not worrying that that's going to ruin everything. I had to learn that lesson earlier at the end of the summer, I think it was. End of summer, beginning of fall. That lesson of this feeling like I thought my entire world would collapse if I had to take a week off and rest. Or if I weren't constantly, like we have this plan and now we are executing this plan every single day. Sometimes that plan is that need, like we have to have that balance, right? And we don't want to overly stress ourselves. If we overly stress ourselves, that manifests on every level of our being, and it's counterproductive. So it's actually productive to take more time for ourselves so that we can apply ourselves more fully to the other things, the things that we are doing as we are doing them, and we don't become overwhelmed. So really, and this is with this activation portal today too, right? If you need to rest. Whatever brings you that relief from stress, do more of that. Whatever brings you joy, do that. Give yourself time for that. That energy is just coming through really strong today as a reminder for people. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you liked this video, like this video. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so, which is absolutely appreciated. Drop a comment. Let me know how today is going for you guys, how this reading resonated, what's going on. I love to hear from you. And I will talk to you all very, very soon.